Everyone told him football was a waste of time. They said dreams don't feed families. They said his talent wasn't enough, that he was chasing a fantasy. But every single night, when the rest of the world finally went quiet, he chose the ball. He didn't choose it because it was easy. He chose it because it was all he had. His field was just a patch of broken ground, littered with rocks and uneven dirt. His shoes were torn, held together by sheer will more than stitches. His pockets were always empty. He faced loss after loss, trial after trial, rejection after rejection. Every no was a punch to the gut. Every dismissive laugh echoed in his head long after it was gone. There were nights, more than he could count, when he lay awake questioning everything. He'd ask himself if they were right. Was he just a fool chasing the wind? There were mornings when the thought of quitting was the first thing on his mind, a tempting escape from the constant struggle. But the thought of giving up, of walking away from the one thing that made him feel alive, felt infinitely worse than any pain he endured. So, he trained. He trained when nobody was watching. He trained when nobody cared. While others were resting, sleeping, or living their lives, he was out there, repeating the same move over and over until his legs burned with a fire he learned to embrace. He pushed himself past the point of exhaustion, fueled by a quiet, stubborn belief that this was his path. Then, just when it seemed like he might be getting somewhere, life decided to test him again. An injury. A sudden, sharp pain that brought his world to a screeching halt. The silence that followed was deafening. The fear was a cold, heavy weight in his chest. People said it was over. "See, we told you," they whispered. They moved on, their predictions seemingly confirmed, but he didn't. The healing process was slow. It was painful. It was frustratingly patient. There was no spotlight, no applause, just the quiet, solitary work of recovery. Each small movement was a victory. Each step forward a testament to his unbreakable spirit. He was fueled by nothing more than belief. Belief in himself, belief in his dream, belief that this wasn't the end of his story. Then came the day, the match, the moment. Everything he had worked for, everything he had suffered for, led to this single instant. The ball came flying towards him. In that fraction of a second, time seemed to slow down. The roar of the crowd, the shouts of his teammates, all of it just faded into a distant hum. He saw it all flash before his eyes. Every rejection letter, every lonely night on that broken field, every person who told him he couldn't. He took a breath, planted his foot, and took the shot. Goal. But it wasn't just a goal. It was a message. A thunderous declaration to everyone who had ever doubted him. The crowd erupted, a wave of sound that shook the entire stadium. The doubters, the ones who had laughed and dismissed him, just stood frozen, their faces a mixture of shock and disbelief. In that one moment, he went from being ignored to being unforgettable. He went from being rejected to being respected. Football didn't change who he was. It revealed who he had always been. It showed the world the strength, the resilience, and the heart that had been there all along, hidden beneath the surface. And the lesson from his story is simple, but it's one we should all remember. If you don't quit, the story can't end. Sometimes, dreams get delayed. They face obstacles. They get put on hold. But they don't die. Not unless you let them. So whatever your dream is, whatever your football is, hold on to it. When the world tells you to be realistic, show them what's possible. When they laugh, let it be the fuel for your fire. Your moment will come. Your story isn't over yet. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more inspiration, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Never give up. We'll see you in the next one.